Governor, good to have you. Why?
Thanks for having me back, Chris. Well, look, what I said was I have to do well. I didn't say I have to win. I said I have to do well in New Hampshire. And I think that's just being realistic, Chris. I've watched these races before, and I've been in them before. If you don't do well in the first few states, you should get out of the race. Voters are speaking. Money will dry up. I'm just being practical about it. And as I've been doing the whole campaign, I'm just telling the people the truth. I'm shooting straight. And that's why I said what I said. I got asked a question, and I gave an answer.
Yeah, but it's too soon. Give yourself at least 4 or 5 races. You remember how Giuliani jumped in at Florida? And that was a miscalculation because, not only did he not have the operation in place, but he didn't have a feel for regions. Why not give yourself that chance to see how you are in different regions instead of just locking yourself up to that one part of the country?
Well, look, I'm not saying that I won't. If I do well in New Hampshire, I'll continue on.
What's well, by the way? What do you want to be? Top 5?
I think you got to be top 4.
So you got to beat Ramaswamy.
Well, look, in the latest New Hampshire poll, I'm in second place at 14%. So I'm already beating Ramaswamy and DeSantis. I'm only behind Trump. So, I feel like we're going to do very well there. And so I think top 4 is absolutely attainable for us, and that's what we're going for.
This is a very, weird dynamic that you have to deal with. You've got to go at Trump if you want the nomination because he's the favorite, okay? That's just the way it works. But there's like a death penalty in the party for going after Trump. He's like the mascot of all grievance. So what is your plan to get a piece of comparison with Trump that doesn't kill you in the minds of 35% of your party?
If it kills me in the minds of 35% of my party, it doesn't kill me in the minds of 65% of my party, Chris. The fact is, I'm not going to compromise on the truth. The truth is what matters in this race, and the truth is what matters in this country. And that's what we got to get back to. And that's what I'm doing. That's the kind of race I'm running. I'm not running against Donald Trump just to be against him. I'm running against Donald Trump because, as you said, he's the front runner. And if you want to be the nominee, which I do, then you got to go beat him. And that's what I intend to do.
How are you going to get him?
Look, I think I'm going to get him in a number of different ways. First is that he didn't accomplish what he said he would accomplish as president. He said he was going to build a wall across the entire border of the U.S. and Mexico. He built 52 miles of wall. He said Mexico was going to pay for it. Mexico hasn't paid us 1 peso yet. And, if he keeps at that pace, he'd need 110 more years as president to finish the wall. Said he was going to repeal and replace Obamacare, and he had Republican majorities in both houses. He failed. He said he was going to balance the budget in 4 years. I was on the stage when he said it. He added $7 trillion to the national debt. As a president, he did not keep his promises. He didn't keep his word. And so you go at him that way. You also go after him because he can't beat Joe Biden. He didn't beat Joe Biden 4 years ago, and he's a worse candidate today than he was 4 years ago. I mean, remember back to 8 years ago, Christie said at his convention, "I am your voice." And a lot of people believed it. Now he says, "I am your retribution." That's not what the American people want. These criminal cases he has against him, but more importantly, the conduct that underlies it is a very, very, very big problem. And I don't think independent voters in this country and many Republicans are going to vote for him in a general election. So we also want to get rid of him because he can't win. And I don't want another 4 years of Joe Biden.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.